I can't believe that we're actually here in Florida. My friends and I have been planning and saving for this scuba learning vacation for months. I really don't know what to expect. All I know is I can't wait to get started and get to see what's below the surface. Finally, we're ready to try out the equipment in the pool. Classroom instruction was real cool. The instructor was real good. He taught us a lot about safety and the ecology. All really important, but we just can't wait to get underwater. Scuba diving is not as simple as everybody thought. There's a lot to learn to make scuba safe and enjoyable. We've got to learn to retrieve the regulator, to clear water from the mask, and to share our air supply with other divers in case somebody runs out of air. When we're underwater, we have to repeat all the drills that we've learned above water. Of course, we can't talk underwater. We have to learn sign language. The instructors are great. They really know how to make you feel safe and confident. Floating weightless in the water is a great feeling. That's what floating in space must be like. Learning buoyancy is really important in diving because you've got to be able to stay off the bottom in order not to damage the corals and the other sea life.
On the coral reefs and enjoy what you've all been training to do this last couple of days in the pool. Be aware that you don't want to touch any of the corals and not to interact with the fishes. You're just down there kind of sightseeing. You're in their environment, and they've allowed us to come down there and just look around.
Finally, the big moment was here. Seems like it took forever. After checking us out one by one to make sure that everything was okay, one of the instructors took out a plastic bag full of bread and just let the bread float in the water. Within seconds, we were surrounded by thousands of the most beautiful fish I'd ever seen. It was like a feeding frenzy. Some kept bumping into us. We could actually put out our hands and touch them. Even though I was a little scared at the beginning, the instructors made me feel very safe. They kept checking the equipment over and over again to make sure that everything was okay. Once the feeding was over, it was time to take a tour of the reef. With one instructor in the lead and another behind, just to make sure that nobody got lost, we started floating above the reef. Everything was really alive down there. It was just incredible. In one of the dives, we saw some real weird creatures living in the hull of a sunken freighter. It was really strange to see this ship just resting on the bottom. They told us many of these old ships were intentionally sunken just to create artificial reefs for the fish to live in. Right now, there's no other place on Earth that I'd rather be. I just didn't want this vacation to end. But all good things must come to an end, and unfortunately, it's time to go back home. But I'll never forget this week, and we're already talking about coming back next year. Time to clean and return the equipment and enjoy the sunset for the last time. Until next time.